Don't you guys just love how we went so long without any new cars hitting the stores at all? I mean, it was literally dry bone valley out there at Target and Walmart. And now, oh my gosh, everything's just going crazy. All the singles cases are hitting stores across the world at the same time. Singles cases A, B, C, and D, not to mention deluxe and 2-pack cases. So it's just been wild, and so all my case videos are coming out at once. And I love it personally. I love this mayhem. I love the chaotic nature to these releases because it creates for a lot of opportunity for people to get what they want just because there's so much out there, and really creates the excitement, keeps the hype going, and obviously it's only going to get even better as we approach the release of the Disney Plus series Cars on the Road. So yeah guys, welcome back to another Disney Docket video. Today obviously we have 2022 Singles Case B to review. Now, I highly recommend you check out my last video on Case A, which I'll link in the description below and card suggestion pop-up, because I explain why I'm doing the case videos a little differently at the beginning of this year. And just to give you a brief rundown, first of all, number one, Give Me Collectibles, my usual supplier, has not gotten in any singles cases yet, so I can't buy them and physically unbox them if I wanted to. He is getting deluxe and 2-pack stuff in, and so I will do those as normal. But because of delays and Mattel oddities, we don't pretend to understand why Mattel does what they do, and so whatever. Hopefully, Give Me Collectibles starts getting them in soon, but it's all contingent on what Mattel does. And then reason number two is that there is a lot of carryover between the first 3, 4, 5, even 6 cases. Like, there are so many of the similar cars in these cases. What I mean by that is you have Lightning McQueen, Ralph Carlow, Marlon Clutches McKay, Sheriff, Kurt with Bug Teeth, Fillmore, Mater, Matthew True Blue McCrew, Cruz, Miguel, Shu Todoroki. Literally like a 15 car total that carry over from each case, and maybe a few switch out every other case. But if I were to buy them all, I would end up with so many duplicates. It would be such a waste of money. So many cars I don't need too. So it makes it so much easier for me to just acquire at least one of the cars that appear in all these cases and then show you guys what, is assorted in the case, and put the full list of contents in the description below, which I will do for this case as well. There are 19 unique die-casts in Case B, 2 more than the last case, but there are a lot of similar ones in this case, so this video will probably be shorter than Case A just because we already talked about most of these cars in Case A. So yeah guys, as per usual, I tease you guys with the best stuff here, and I will start with the lowlights, which a lot of that stuff is going to be stuff you already saw from Case A. Now this case does make things a little bit more exciting, and I think Miles Axlerod is the main reason why that is. I love that they're doing more Cars 2 stuff this year. But we are going to start off with, believe it or not, 2 cars that did not appear in Case A. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it absolutely insane that these were in Case A? Jackson Storm, the Igniter Next Gen, kind of the villain of Cars 3. Of course, you need him. Can't go a year without releasing him. I honestly don't say that sarcastically. I just hope they don't release him as much. Now it's interesting here, you can see as seen in Cars 3, and they start putting now a bunch of characters that don't actually appear in Cars 3. These 3 Piston Cup racers do not, but you do have Rust-eze Cruz, Liability, APB, The King, he does, granted. Then you have Murray Clutchburn, Davey Apex, and Ralph Carlow. Now we will see Murray Clutchburn and Davey Apex in Case C. It's funny, those have been out now for a while, but that's because Walmart is getting in those 12 count cases, and one of them is for Case C, and both of them are included. It's kind of weird because Walmart is getting in that abbreviated Case C, and so we see a lot more of these characters, these 3 here. Even though Donna Pitts and Miles Axlerod, believe it or not, they are also in Case C, but because Walmart's getting in that abbreviated, that half case, no one really knows that they're in the case actually. So thankfully Target is still getting in the full cases, and that is really a lifesaver. Up next we have Lightning McQueen with racing wheels, aka the World Grand Prix Cars 2 version of Lightning McQueen. And by the way, there are a couple new Thailand variants in this case as well, and I will point those out when we get to them. Obviously we are not there yet. And here you can see now they've expanded the card back for Cars 2. For Miguel and Shu's, it just showed those two, but now they put a bunch of townies on here as well. So Luigi Guido, Sally, Mater, Fillmore, and Sheriff. Very, very nice. These are both also in KC, so you guys will see these in a few days again. Now, I do want to mention, I had to buy quite a few of these off eBay because I've only found remnants in the stores. But the fact that there are so many carryovers in the case actually helps with these videos and, finding remnants, because I can find remnants of case C and be like, oh, wow, like 70 these cars are in case A and B, or probably even more than that if I were to count. And so I did have to order like 10, I think, on eBay, which isn't that bad. They're all pretty reasonable, actually, except for Luigi and Guido, believe it or not, was the most expensive one. Anyway, here you have Kerr with bug teeth. Now, he was also in the last case, so I will just gloss over him here. First released in 2020. So this is his second release. Sheriff was also in our first case, and it's definitely not his first release from Thailand. He's been released multiple times. He was released last year and in 2020. Here's a new townie for the year, and that is Sally. I really like how she looks on this card art. She looks just so perfect. Really brings me back to 2006, because they've been using the same art since then, believe it or not. Sally, Sheriff, Mater, McQueen, all this art has been around for 15, 16 years now, which I am very happy about because it's great nostalgic art. Here you have Marlon clutches McKay. Now this guy is new to case B. It's his first appearance. However, he was released last year as well. And he was also released in, I think, 2018. Was it? No, it was 2019 from Thailand. So Marlon has been around quite a bit lately as well. Piston Cup security guard. But he does bring us some new offerings here on his card back. So you have Matthew True Blue McCrew, which we saw, APB, which we saw, Inngas. Tractor is the most interesting one. Very nice to see him coming back, and in the singles, because his last two releases were actually as a deluxe, and those were 2015 and then 2017. And the Vapor Lock is in case D. You have Murray Clutchburn there and the King. It's funny, Tractor, we have no idea when he will be released. He is not on any of the case lists that we know of through E. We have all the contents marked out through case E at this very moment, thanks to Get Me Collectibles. And he is not on any of those. And by the way, if you guys were wondering, since I know not everybody knows about the case list, but case E will feature Dana Crankoff, who's a new unknown character. By the way, here's Mater. You already saw him in the last case. So Dana Crankoff, Dana, probably going to be Dana, but that is an unknown character. We just have the name. We don't know what actually, like what character that will be, but it's a new character. And then you also have Jay, the Rust-eze Racing Center trainee, with the VR, the virtual reality headset. Those will be your two new releases in case E. Actually, I think there might be another quote-unquote new one. It's just like Cruz Ramirez with, it's like Cruz Ramirez's Francis Beltline with one of those like fire barrels that they released in that Walmart Demolition Derby line several years ago. But anyways, here is Fillmore. We've already seen him, so nothing too special there, but he's honestly one of my favorites. He's very heavy, actually. They tossed another couple holiday Hotshot McQueens in this case, I think. At least one. I think there were 3 in case A. Obviously, Mattel was hoping that they would have gotten these singles cases out much sooner, so they would have been on the pegs for Christmas time. But that obviously did not pan out. I don't think it's really a big deal, though, because this is a very popular release that still sells. I had to buy this one on eBay because I couldn't find it in a store, despite there being 3 of them in case A. Here you have Inngas. I did find this one in a store. The retread stock car. First release from Thailand in late 2019 for the Blue Desert line, and then he received the metallic release in 2020. Matthew True Blue McCrew, back from case A. He was a new Thailand variant in that case, but pretty similar to his Chinese version. Cool, cool, cool. Look how thin that blister is. making it so hard to store these guys. Up next is Rust-eze Cruz Ramirez. So again, another carryover. Sometimes I think that they put these cars on the back and they're supposed to all also be from Cars 3, but when I looked at Jackson Storm there, that obviously was not the case. So I don't know honestly what Mattel's going for with the card backs, because sometimes, like with these two, you know, it seems like they're making an effort to only show you Cars 2 characters. Like they literally enlarged these so they take up the entire space. They could have easily printed more on the back, but it's like they thought, well, we only have these Cars 2 characters in case A, so we're only going to put those on the back. It's like a lot of different people working on the same stuff, and so you get some different creative opinions. I don't know. Anyway, Miguel Camino, the Spanish World Grand Prix racer, and the Japanese World Grand Prix racer, Shu Todoroki, are back in case B, in case you missed them. Now we're going to get on to some of the more exciting stuff here. Although Ralph Carlow was in case A, he is a new Thailand variant like Matthew Chu Blue McCrew, and he's actually quite different, so I do intend to review this guy like I did with Murray Clutchburn. So definitely keep your eye out for that review on my channel. I'm glad that he's back because it's always nice to see the Piston Cup racers. All right, here is Lightning McQueen, just the regular Cars 1 McQueen. You know, I can't wrap my head around this enough, but he does not get many releases these days. He's releasing the Cars 2 version, they're releasing the Rust-eze version from Cars 3, and this one has got swept under the rug, but I'm so glad it's back. I love how it looks on the 2022 card art, which of course I'm calling Red Riders. He looks great. You know, it's a decent Thailand release. And there you go. You could see on the back of the package the same stuff we saw for, who was it? Who was it? I can't remember who showed this stuff. Maybe it was it Jackson that had this stuff? No, it wasn't Jackson. Can't believe I forgot whose card bag had this stuff on there. Maybe it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting. Oh, it was Marlon Clutch's McKay. That's right. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where Tractor will fall. All right, who do we go with next? We'll go to Millie here because Millie was just released at the end of 2021. So for those who missed her, which probably is pretty likely, Case M was kind of rare. So she's back. She looks pretty good. One of the thinnest blisters so far, but at least she still has her cone and the cleaning scrubber, the floor scrubber. Of course, you have a choking hazard for her, and then a little bit of a different card back. Jackson Storm's on the back. Murray Clutchburn slipped in there. I love how he technically does appear in Cars 3, just not in this body model. It's like Mattel is just trying to torment us a little bit. They're like saying, hey, we got it right. Don't try and tell us we didn't get that one right. So there's Millie. Second to last here is Timothy Twostroke, the Lightning McQueen fan from Cars 1. This one's, I love this one's blister. Like there's so many different little parts to this blister. Like you have this, you have this, you have this for the side view mirror, his hat, his antenna. Like look at that. But it's cheaper. It's cheaper than doing it the way they used to. And this one is our first new Thailand variant for the case. He is very similar to his original Chinese counterpart though, so I will not be reviewing him. And I did have to buy this one on eBay because I couldn't find them in a store. Maybe it's because I've only seen like case B one time and I only found Millie. I'm pretty sure like Millie was like the only car on the pegs and that was the only time I found case B remnants. But yeah, there's the card back for Cars 1. Cool. And last but not least is Miles Axlerod with microphone. Now this is where things get a little confusing because in the next case, this guy's back, okay? And then there's a regular Miles Axlerod without the microphone and a different expression. I don't know why Mattel is doing that. Like, it really makes no sense to me at all. I like how they're releasing no new cars at all. Like, there are no new cars in cases A through D, and yet they're doing 2 versions of Miles Axerod in the same case. And literally it's not like they have different paint jobs like Lightning McQueen or like Cruz. It literally just has a different expression and a microphone. So interesting stuff, very interesting call, but I'm actually very delighted to see him back. I think he looks good as a Thailand variant. He looks to be a lighter green, and I might review him in the future if I can get an extra one. I had to order him on eBay because he definitely is the most popular character or car in case B. Probably C as well. It's nice to see him back. It's been a very long time. In fact, I think it's been since 2015 when he was released, period. And that was when that microphone version was released. 2013 or 14. No, I think it was 2013 he was released with the opening hood. And obviously in 2011 and 12 he got his regular release. But yeah, there's not been much Miles Axerod over the last like 5 years. So it's really nice to see him back. And here you can see some other Cars 2 stuff. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're able to find what you want. If you want anything from these first few cases, I know there has not been really much to offer at all. I can't even stand Millie's blister up. That's going to be problematic for when I take the thumbnail. I don't know, I might have to do something like that. Those are the problems that you anticipate as a YouTuber. How am I going to take the thumbnail? But anyways, guys, thank you so much again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for another video. And obviously, KC will be doing that one in a few days as well. I had to order several from that case off eBay, and one is yet to come, and so I'll have to record that later. That is Bugmouth Lightning McQueen. He's taken a little while in the mail, but I do have Donna Pitts and the regular Miles Axerod, which were the highlights from that case. So definitely tune in to see that. Bye now.